us to the week 12 module 31. This module mainly focuses on digital forensics, history, evaluation, objectives, issues and challenges, tools and application, strategies and controls, and other important points of interest. The development of digital technology has simplified the operations and administrations. At the same time, it has also paved way for the rise and severity of cybercrimes and frauds. So every organization must counter these types of incidents with a set of predetermined actions. One such primary action is application of digital forensic methods to investigate and recover the digital proofs from the electronic devices that can be used during the investigation process of cyber crimes. It is defined as follows: the process of identifying, preserving, analyzing, and presenting the digital evidences in the court of law in a legally acceptable form. Digital forensics makes use of traditional forensics methods in finding and retrieving the evidences. The electronic evidences are uncovered and interpreted using digital forensic techniques. The main aim is to preserve the raw evidence, thereby carrying out structured investigation process. The investigation process here includes the collection, identification, and validation of the digital information for reconstructing the events happened in the past. Despite reconstruction of the crime scene, they are most importantly used as witness in the court of law. The National Institute of Standards and Technology provides guidelines to integrate forensic techniques into the incident responses. We have clearly discussed about this. Now let's look at the evolution of digital forensics. It's not new. Digital forensic processes started way back, even before 40 years. It came into existence during 1970s as a reply to service requests from the law enforcement community. In the beginning, the most common form of crime that took place was the financial frauds. The criminals used computers as an object to gain financial benefits from the victims. After 10 years, many training courses centering digital forensics were introduced. The rudimentary retrieval capabilities were then provided by the old forensic tools like Maze and Norton. Not many computers were involved in the investigation process. But today, in order to address the rising needs of law enforcement in providing a structured approach during the investigation process, FBI recognized a computer analysis and response team. That is, the Federal Bureau of Investigation recognized the computer analysis and response team, in short, CART. This led to the contribution of developing standards for forensics by the government in the year 1984. During early 1990s, FBI was supporting the US Postal Services by forming their own computer forensic unit. But today, a scientific working group on digital evidences, SWGDE, this was formed, and another technical working group was also defined later. These groups were formed in consideration of the examination of the digital evidences through legal aspects and facilitate the issue of search warrant for seizing the computer-related evidences. In 2001, United Kingdom developed a national high-tech unit to handle cybercrime cases. Now let's focus on the developments actually happened in digital forensics. Digital forensics showed consistent development due to the usage of technology in committing sophisticated cyber crimes. and the need for the accurate and classic cybercrime investigation process. Let's see how these developments were possible. This can be described as follows. In the year 1993, the first international conference on digital evidence was conducted in the United States. Later in the year 1995, the International Organization on Computer Evidence was designed. In 1998, International Principles, Guidelines and Procedures for Digital Evidence was created by IOCE appointed by G8. Subsequently, the Interpol Forensic Science Symposium was conducted, giving response awareness to various computer forensic issues. This led to the need for standardizing the digital evidences to be produced in the court as a valuable evidence. After 2 years, in the year 2000, the SWGDE issued the best practices for computer forensics, the guidelines. The Budapest Convention on Cybercrime, signed in 2001, was made effective in the year 2004. This was the first ever international treaty on cybercrimes that functioned to resolve the national computer crime laws, examination practices, and international cooperation focusing on copyright infringement, electronic frauds, child pornography, hatred misconducts, and network security abuses. In the year 2005, the International Organization for Standardization issued ISO 17025 series to provide overall necessities for testing the capability and standardizing the workshops. Most of the digital devices like computers are vulnerable to attacks by criminals. The prosecution of a suspect who compromises the digital network or computer devices can be identified only using digital forensic procedures. Most of the administrations by the corporates, business organizations, and government, they depend completely on electronic devices and network sharing. This is done to promote their corporate tactics by storing, processing, and recovering data, because we do handle a huge volume of data today. So, huge data are formed, gathered, and disseminated through the digital means by the administrations across various networks. Therefore, the forensic experts must examine these devices and gather the evidence from them using specific tools. Advanced digital forensic investigation methods require new design, improved mechanisms and processes to handle the situation properly. Digital forensic procedures are primarily used by remote organizations and the law enforcement agencies to seize, reserve, and scrutinize the electronic evidences available on different devices. Digital evidence collected at crime scene must be analyzed and proven by identifying the connections between the retrieved information. The processing of an extremely huge evidence in a restricted time frame leads to delay in the dispensation process. Therefore, the current technological advancements tries to overcome all these. So, the application of technology is the most essential one in digital forensics procedures. The law enforcement agencies are one of the primary and wide handlers of digital forensics consistently. Computers are the most commonly used object at the crime scene. It includes various attacks like hacking or denial of service, etc. Computers are also used as a storage device that may hold evidences in the email, forms, browsing history, files or documents related to crimes. The use of digital forensics examination is to find the first appearance of the document on the victim's computer the timestamp of various activities like last edited, saved, printed or modified and the identity of the user. The commercial organizations also use computer forensics for the following, like intellectual property theft, industrial espionage, employment disputes, fraud investigations, forgeries, bankruptcy investigations, inappropriate email and internet usage in the workplace, and regulatory compliance. The major focus of digital forensics has to be understood at this point of time. That is, the main purpose of digital forensics is to provide guidelines for following the primary response procedure and access the victim's device and other resources after the incident. Designing procedures at the suspected crime scene to ensure the non-corruption of digital evidences. Performing data acquisition process and preventing data duplication. Recovering deleted files and deleted partitions from the digital media to extract and validate the evidence. Providing guidelines for analyzing digital media evidences and log files to preserve and derive conclusions from them. Investigation of network traffics and logs to correlate events, thereby identifying wireless and web attacks, tracking emails and its related crimes. Producing a well-defined digital forensic report based on the various processes elaborated in digital forensic inquiry. Conserving the evidence by following the chain of custody. Developing accurate procedures to standardize forensic results in the court of law. Presenting digital forensic results in the court as a proficient witness.